Creative Magic Club. What's up? This is Sarah Mack and welcome to Creative Magic Club. Together we'll discover inspirational stories of creative entrepreneurs living out their dreams, doing the work they are most passionate about, and building wealth in magical and fun ways. While building a six-figure income as a writer and coach, helping other women to launch their dream businesses, I've connected with so many incredible people and seen it proven again and again that you can thrive financially doing whatever it is you are passionate about. I am here to share life-changing strategies for mindset, making money, and reaching more people with your work in a business and life filled with creativity, freedom, and fun. Hi, Sarah Mack here from withsarahmack.com, and I have a very important message for all the multi-passionate creatives out there on how to simplify without getting bored out of your brain. So this is something that I've been thinking a lot about in my business lately, and have kind of been overthinking some rebranding and kind of going back and forth between like, do I really need to do this? Is this gonna make me money? And actually, what do I want? Like, what is my soul excited by? And this kind of led me back to really what, has worked to sustain my business and make me hundreds of thousands of dollars over the past several years, and have a really good time doing it, is what I'm about to share with you. So just reminding myself to come back to, okay, there's two parts to this answer. Number one is like, what works? Like, what works for me? What is going well? What is making money? What is impacting people? What am I doing that's attracting incredible clients into my world? What is working in terms of the way I'm delivering my offers that I'm really enjoying, that's really fun for me? Basically making sure, like, that's the bottom line. That is the bare minimum. That's the priority, right? Is to just do what I know works. I've built that confidence. I've built those results. I've built those skill sets. I've built those mindsets. Like, I know how to make money. I know how to launch things. I know how to attract incredible clients consistently in my business. So stop negotiating with myself on the things that are already working. Stop, because I think our creative brains quite often go into like, but wouldn't it be fun to break it so that we can rebuild it again? Because sometimes mastery and repetition, like, I have a lot of resistance to that. I have a lot of resistance, my ADD brain, to repetition. And so that's the first part, is simplicity. Simplicity around what works. And then the next part of this question is, what do you want? Like, what would make this more fun for you? And I think sometimes, if you're anything like me, you can fall into a bit of an existential crisis. But like, what if I want something completely new? Like, what if I want to go in a different direction? Like, what if something new wants to be born out of me? What if I don't know? What if there's something I don't have clarity on? What if like a transformation and a new thing is trying to come through that, I need to make space for? What if I need to break everything and rebuild and go in a different direction, right? As somebody who's literally like moved homes, moved countries, moved cities, this is one way that I've created excitement. This is one way that I've created a life of following my desire of excitement, of adventure. And like, I like that, and it's served me up to a certain extent. However, I've also been that person where it's like, I've created extra work for myself in my business sometimes when I didn't need to do it. When actually, I've been through both experiences where I've taken something that I've created and I've like relaunched it and made it so simple and made money again and again and again off of the back of work that I did once. And then I've also, like completely launched a new offer or completely like added something extra in just because it felt fun. Not because I needed to, not because I didn't have anything to sell, not because what I was selling wasn't selling, just because I wanted to, just because like the fun of the creative expression. was something that I decided I would like to experience. So I'm constantly having to navigate those two conversations. Obviously, as someone who I'm also like recovering from long COVID at the moment, I don't have a shit ton of extra energy. So keeping things simple, that's like one of the priority lessons of this time and space in my life. But when my brain resists, but this is simple and it's repetitive and it's boring, then that's where that second part of the question comes in. And I'm like, well, what would make this fun for you? And I was journaling on that today. And one of the things that came up was like, actually, wouldn't it be fun if I created even more space on my schedule? Wouldn't it be fun if I like moved this and this around in these offerings, made these tweaks, when I relaunch my program next, that's coming up, so that I could make 4-day weekends a permanent feature, and so that I only take calls 2 days out of the whole month. I'm like, that would be fun. And imagine what all of that space can open up for me creatively. And so it was really just sitting and taking time to just sit down and move the pieces around on, they're the same pieces. It's not like I'm adding in anything radically new. It's not like I'm completely shifting the way that I'm doing things. No, I can still continue to relaunch the programs that I've created. I can repurpose the launch content that's worked for me in the past. I can continue to create new content and rebrand and, experiment and creative self-expression in my content if I want to, if that feels good to me. And I can continue to make money in the way that it's been working for me to make money. And it gets to be even more fun. So we'll get back to the episode in a moment, but first I want to tell you how I went from wondering if anyone would ever pay me thousands of dollars for my support with mindset coaching to consistently signing dream clients paying me prices like $3K, $10K, $15K and more. Learning how to tell my story online is what has made the biggest difference and has led me to making 6 figures, working with clients I adore, while traveling to 18 different countries, writing a book, and recording songs for an album. Freedom Club is my year-long mastermind where I teach you how to do it too. By mastering 6-figure storytelling and a simple content strategy, I went from hearing no at the end of every sales call to signing 5-figure dream clients in my DMs with ease. And from a $0 launch to consistently signing soulmate clients every month organically through social media. I went from undercharging, overworking, and overthinking my prices to receiving $1,000 to 5 figures for my coaching programs and creating so much freedom to rest, play, create, and adventure in my dream life and business. Freedom Club is now open for enrollment. It's high-touch daily support for you and your business, with a one-on-one kickoff call to get crystal clear on exactly how to attract the perfect fit clients into your high-ticket offer through your storytelling. You also get daily access to tailored support in our group Voxer Chat, where you'll feel supported, seen, and inspired by our intimate community of heart-centered creative entrepreneurs. Plus, twice each month, you'll have hot seat coaching with me in our group coaching calls to dive deep into content edits, mindset shifts, energy management habits, launch strategy, or any back-end business support you need. And you'll have VIP access to my extensive training vault on everything you need to run a 6-figure coaching business, from content and social media strategy to money mindset, sales trainings, and lean team building, plus free access to any live programs or masterclasses I run throughout the year. This is the long-term foundational support to take your dream coaching business to 6 figures. Now you know you're ready to help more people with your incredible work by focusing on high-ticket sales. You can apply today at withsarahmac.com/freedom club. So if you're similar, and I know a lot of people resonate with this, like ADD brain, resistance to repetition, knowing that actually when we allow ourselves to lean into, rather than it being repetition, relabeling it as simplicity. Like, what are the simple things that are already working in my business, in my message, in my brand, in my offerings, in my sales process, in the clients that I'm working with, and the results that I'm supporting them to create? What's already working? And then how can I add to that in a way that makes it even more fun for me? because actually, when I asked myself that question, I was expecting, oh, well, I want to create more, because that's usually the answer to the question, what would make this even more fun for me, is like, oh, well, there's all these things I want to create. Like, I've just written my book, I'm writing music, I'm like recording the music that I've written. There's all of these fun things. I want to create more video content and more creative content on my social media channels. Like, usually as a multi-passionate creative person, the answer to what would be more fun for me is usually to create more. But in actually sitting with that, I was like, oh, creating more spaciousness to adventure and to create. But that was like the half step of the answer. So, if you ever find yourself in a place where you feel like you're saying yes to so many projects or so many different directions, that all feel fun and that feel aligned for you, bring the filter to your decision making of like, how can I simplify in terms of what actually is working already, and get really hyper focused on that and continuing to allow that to continue working for me. And then what would make it even more fun for me? And this doesn't have to be like, a lifetime of planning. Like, for me, this was like for the summer, and we're moving into the summer now. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm planning on taking a lot of time off this summer. I'm going to be traveling a lot. I'm moving to LA. I want to finish publishing my book, and, make a fuckload of money to do fun things with my partner while he's like taking a break from work for a couple months, and while we move into our new place. So we get to have exactly what we want at every new phase. And sometimes we're either going through the motions or we're in resistance to something that wants to come through, that's even more fun, possibly even more simple than we've been making it in our head. And I was just talking to a client about this, about how often when you're going through like a rebrand or a pivot or tweaks in your messaging and your ideal client and what you're offering and how you're supporting clients, like, it feels huge to us, but from the outside, it's like imperceivable sometimes. And really, all it means is that the way you're showing up, or the way you're talking, or the way you've slightly shifted the way that you're working is just going to really stand out to the people who are really excited about that version of you and working with that version of you. And that's all we need, right? This isn't about having a giant neon banner and declaring to the whole world who we are, where we're going, or what we stand for. Like, no, just enough to be the lighthouse to the people who are here to do the work with us that we know we are put on this earth to do at this time, to have fun doing it, to make the money that we want, to live the lifestyle that we desire, and for it to be fun. Because if it's not fun, like, you're being a shitty boss to yourself. Be your dream boss. Like, if it's not working, if it's not fun, if it isn't exactly the way that, feels so good and expansive for you, and like step by step by step, change the rules, shift things up, mix things up. Like, be your dream CEO and give yourself the work to do that really makes you happy, that allows you to grow, that allows you to expand, and that allows you to have your dream life and business. So I wanted to share that with you today. And if you know that having consistent mentorship and support to really step into the six-figure CEO of your dream freedom-filled coaching business is on the cards for you this year, you've been wanting to work together. Freedom Club, my mastermind, is open, where you get all access to everything, all of my courses, all of my programs. You get high-level tailored support in Boxer, 2 calls a month. We have a one-on-one kickoff call to really get clarity on your purpose work, your message, your six-figure brand story, and how to call in those dream clients into your high-ticket coaching offers with ease and consistency every month, in simple ways that allow you to live your dream life alongside your business. So you can go to withsarahmac.com to check out the program and apply. Please send me a DM and watch this space. I've got some very exciting things coming up soon, and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.
To my website, withsarahmac.com, and please support the show by liking, commenting, and subscribing.